everyone, welcome back. I hope you can all hear me okay and see me okay. Let me know how the video and sound is because, as you can probably notice, I'm in a new location. So I've got new Wi-Fi, so I'm not sure how it's working. So yeah, do let me know if there's any problem with the sound or the video quality, because this is a whole new setup, so I'm a little bit nervous for whether it's going to work properly. But hello, welcome back to another live English lesson. Hello to Shay, SH, Bagdalet, Sky, and AR. And SH has said that it's okay. So thank you, SH, for letting me know. But yeah, how is everyone? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back after a little break that we had last week because I was moving house. So thank you guys for being so patient and for coming back to our lessons. So, yes, how have you all been? Let me know in the comment section if you've been up to anything interesting. As I've said, all I've been up to recently is moving house. So I used to live in Brighton, which is a town in the southeast of England, and I've recently moved up to Manchester, which is a town in the northwest of England. So it was quite a big move, quite a far move, and it's taken me a couple of days, but finally everything's all settled down. So yes, how's everyone else doing? What have you been up to? AR says, hello everyone, it's been a while, I hope you're doing well. Amber says hello, as does Over the Moon. And Bagdalet says, I've passed my exams with flying colours. Well done, good job, congratulations. And very good use of an idiom there, well done. And we've got a user called I who said that they live in Wimbledon, or they used to live in Wimbledon. Is Wimbledon happening this year, I wonder? I wonder if the tennis will be on, probably, if the football's on. So when you lived in Wimbledon, did you ever go watch any of the Wimbledon games? I'd like to know. But yeah, welcome back to the live stream, everyone. So today's live English lesson is going to be about how to make small talk. And as the title of this video suggests, I'm going to give you 10 common phrases that we use in small talk to help get you started. So without further ado, let's get started with the lesson. And Over the Moon says, I hope you can assimilate in Manchester soon. Thank you. I did used to live here, so hopefully my assimilation won't take too long. And for those of you who don't know, to assimilate means to kind of become incorporated and to become a part of a community. Okay, but yes, let's get started. So here we are, today's topic. So we've got 10 common English phrases to use in small talk. But first of all, trivia question. So today I would like to know, so do save your answers to this question until the end of the lesson. So we're going to find out the answer to this question after our live English lesson today. But today's trivia question is, which English book series is known as the best-selling book series in history? So, again, which English book series is known as the best-selling book series in history? I'm going to let you guys, so also my number one rule, no Googling. And I would love to hear your guys' guesses at the end of today's lesson. So let's begin. All right, now, first of all, it's time for a warm up. So I'm actually going to come out of the presentation to do this activity with you guys. So, well, my first question, I guess, is what is small talk? Can anyone in the chat window tell me what you think small talk is? So I think I've got a few guesses about the trivia question, first of all. So you've got to save that till after the lesson, guys. But anyway, small talk is the informal, friendly conversation that lots of people have with lots of different kind of people. So there's plenty of situations that small talk will be necessary in, and you can have small talk with lots of different types of people. For example, you might have small talk with your neighbour, with a work colleague, with your bus driver, someone in a shop. It could be literally anyone, but it's just informal, simple, friendly conversation. And I think that it is more or less popular in different cultures, but in British culture, and I think English speaking culture in general, so like I think in America as well, small talk is very popular. So Shay has said, like, hi, how are you? Yunji says, ice-breaking talk. Sky says, simple talk about the weather or something. And Bagdalet says, spontaneous talk. Yes, very good. Well done, guys. Yeah, informal, friendly conversation, basically. So now, for today's warm-up, I want us to think about what subjects are and aren't suitable for small talk. So some things are good to talk about, and there are other topics that you should probably avoid because people might consider them a bit rude. So today I want us to start by sorting these topics into do's and don'ts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out a topic, and then I want you guys to comment in the chat box section whether you think it is a do or a don't. So whether you can talk about it in small talk or whether you shouldn't talk about it in small talk. So the first one is the weather. What do we think, guys? Do we think that we should or should not talk about the weather in small talk? Now, this one should be fairly obvious because it is a bit of a British stereotype that we always talk about the weather. In fact, I usually start my live streams by talking about the weather, and today I haven't, which is very unusual. But whilst you're all typing in the chat window, I'll give you a weather update. So today, if I look out, it's annoying, loads of buildings cover the sky for me in my new apartment, so I can't see. But I believe that it's quite sunny, which is nice. So we've got lots of things coming in. Bagdalet says do, Sky says do, Shay says do, as does Sanju, Amber, Yunji, SH123 and Alphabet. Well done, everyone. Yes, the weather is definitely a do. So, as I said earlier, it's a very classic British stereotype that we always talk about the weather. And I think that's because we engage in small talk very often. And two, it's quite an inoffensive, easy topic to talk about. So everyone can relate to the weather because we're all experiencing it. There's no prejudice, and it's something everyone can form at least a small opinion about. Over the Moon says weather is the best topic for small talk. Definitely. I think if you're ever stuck, especially if you're in conversation with a British person, if you're ever stuck for something to talk about, just bring up the weather and you'll be all good. Sky says, how about climate change and political influence? Well, we're going to get onto that a little bit later, Sky, but I think climate change is quite a deep topic for small talk. I personally would love to talk about climate change with people, but some people might not know very much about it or be prepared for that kind of conversation depending on the situation, if you're just having a light-hearted conversation. Shay says that today, I guess this is in Korea, it was about 46 degrees and I was about to die. Oh my goodness, yes, I've heard that the weather in Korea is so hot right now. And I've heard that rainy season is starting tomorrow. So, feel sorry for you guys. Okay, so next one. What about finances? So do you think that finances is a do or a don't? Let me know in the comments. So by finances, I mean personal finances. So talking about your money situation. Do you think that that is acceptable or unacceptable to talk about in small talk? Bagdalet says it's a don't. Anyone else got any guesses? Shay says no, I'm from the Middle East. Oh, sorry, Shay. Most of our viewers are from South Korea, so I always just assume that my viewers are from South Korea. But 46 degrees in the Middle East does make more sense. So, Amber says that it's a don't. SH says don't, as does Alphabet, 123, Sanju, and Yunji. Yes, well done, guys. I think that's a very clear don't in most cultures, that it's considered a bit of a sensitive topic to talk about your personal finances. If they're good or bad. If they're good, it can be kind of a bit like, seem like you're boasting or showing off if you're talking about how much money you make. I mean, if you want to talk about how bad your finances are, I mean, I wouldn't really mind, but I guess you just don't really want to ask someone else about how much money they make, because that's quite rude. Sky says that it's 28 degrees in Korea. Now that makes more sense. For a minute, I was like, wow, Korea is on fire. Okay, what about pets? Do you think that talking about pets is a do or a don't? What do you think? Any guesses? What do we think? Are pets a do or a don't? Sky thinks they're a do. Any other guesses? By the way, apologies. I think there might be a slight delay on the comments coming through. So if I'm a bit slow, that's why. Bagdalet thinks it's a do, as does Cherry, as does Varsith. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name incorrectly. And Amber, 123, and Alphabet. Yeah, well done, guys. Pets is a good one. Everyone loves talking about their pets. Apparently, or especially British people, apparently we love dogs more than other European countries. I think that's meant to be a stereotype. But pets is a very good one because it's very light-hearted and most people enjoy talking about animals. All right, moving on quite quickly. How about pregnancy? So, do you think that it's a good idea to go up to a woman, probably, and ask her whether she is pregnant or not? Do you think that is a do or a don't? So, do we think that we should talk to people about pregnancy? Over the Moon says absolutely do, but I have a feeling that was relating to pets and not pregnancy. Bagdalet says don't, as does Shay, Sky, and Sanju. Yes, Sanju actually says no with many O's. Well done, guys. Yeah, don't do this. You could get yourself into real trouble. Do not ask a woman ever if she is pregnant or not. As Bagdalet says, it's a bit weird. It's a bit personal to be asking that. Well done, guys. What about politics? This could be an interesting one. So, do you think that politics is a do or a don't to talk about in small talk? Now, this one I find quite tricky because I quite like talking about politics. So, SH thinks it's a don't. Any other guesses? Because I think I'm on the fence with this one. I'm not sure. So I want to hear what you guys think first before I say what I think. Varsith says don't. Sky says about pregnancy that in Korea it's dangerous for a mother-in-law to talk about pregnancy. Why is it dangerous? Tell me more. But back to politics. Bagdalet says it's a do, but Shay thinks it's a don't. Cherry says don't. Sanju says don't, as does Amber, Sky, 123, and Alphabet says don't with lots of question marks. And Over the Moon says that politics is too controversial. We might say, well, we just have to agree. We might have to say, well, we just have to agree or disagree. Yeah, I agree with you, Over the Moon. I'm going to put politics in the middle because I'm not entirely sure. It depends on what you're talking about. For me, anyway, I think it depends what you're talking about in politics. And it depends on the country. I think usually people consider politics a don't subject for small talk because it can be quite controversial and you're probably trying to avoid a debate if you're just engaging in simple, friendly conversation. However, in the UK, we love to complain about our politicians. We like making jokes about our politicians. For example, very recently there has been, I don't know if you guys would have heard about this, but I believe it was last week, there was a scandal with our health secretary, I think he might have been fired or left, I'm not sure. But our then secretary, Matt Hancock, was caught having an affair with one of his political aides. And not only was he having an affair, but he was breaking social distancing rules by having this affair in his office when we were meant to be socially distancing from our colleagues, and he's the man in charge of social distancing. So it was quite a big scandal. I don't know if any of you would have heard of it, but I reckon that was probably quite a popular topic of small talk conversation in the UK that week. And that's technically politics, so that's why I'm a bit on the fence with do's and don'ts, because we love to talk about just the ridiculous things that our politicians get up to. So Varsith says it's a do. And SH says that these days we are divided, so we don't talk about politics. And Alphabet says, in my case, I don't want to talk about politics with older people in Korea. Is that because you think that you're going to have quite a different point of view? And SH said that Matt Hancock did resign, thank you. But yes. And then Amber says, I think it's okay to complain together. So yeah, I think it's kind of a bit of both. It depends what you're talking about in politics. Usually people like to complain about their government together, and that's a way to unite with each other when having small talk. Okay, let's move on because we've got loads left to do. Okay, let's do a couple of more and then I think we'll move on. What about family? Is family a do or a don't? So what our family have been up to, what do we think? Do we think it's a do or a don't? Any guesses? And Sky says back about referring back to pregnancy. In Korea, the mother-in-law usually pushes her daughter-in-law to have a baby. I see. Yes, we experienced that a little bit in the UK. I was actually saying this to a student earlier today that women in the UK, once you get to about 30, people start asking you lots of questions about when are you getting married, when are you having kids? I think a lot of women can find that very irritating. Sky says it's a do or a don't. Sanju says yes. Shay says that in their case, no. Baglet says, I think it's all right. 123 thinks it's a do. Alphabet, SH, agree. And then Over the Moon and Amber are kind of in the middle. And Cherry thinks it's a do as well. So I think it's a do, because by family, I think we're just meaning like what our family's up to and asking how people are. So like, say this was someone you knew a little bit, like a work colleague or a neighbour, I think it would be appropriate to ask, like, how's your mum, for example. That's quite common. But yes, okay, I think let's do one more and then move on. What about religion? So is religion a do or a don't? What do we think? So I think Versith, I hope I'm pronouncing it better now, Versith, I think I've got it. Versith says that religion is a do in small talk. Anyone else? Any other guesses? Sanju thinks that religion is a big no. Any other? Shay thinks it's a don't, as does SH and Alphabet. Bagdalet thinks that you better not, as does Sky. Well done, everyone. Yeah, religion's a big don't. It's just quite a deep topic. I don't think it's bad to talk to people in general about religion. I think it's probably one of the most interesting things you could talk about. However, I do think it's a bit too deep when we're just doing small talk, and also it can be controversial if people have different religious beliefs, and so I think it's just best to avoid. If you're just trying to have a simple conversation, it's just best to avoid that. As Over the Moon says, religion is a very sensitive topic in Korea. I think it's a sensitive topic in most countries, really. So, yes. And Hami has said, hi, it's really good to see you again. Am I late? You're a little late, Hami, but welcome to the lesson. Today we're talking about how to make small talk, and I'm just about to move on and give you guys some tips. So you're just in time for that. So, discussion. Why do we make small talk? And when do we make small talk? So we've talked about what kind of topics we'd want to include, but I want to know now, what is the point of small talk? Why do we do it? Because it is something that's very popular in the UK. Sky says that Korea has lots of big churches compared to other Western countries. It's very interesting to hear. Yeah, I hear there's a lot of Christians in Korea. Maybe is it quite a lot of Catholics? So that might be why there's lots of big, grand churches. Because in the UK we have more Protestants, I think, and they prefer smaller, plainer churches. But yes, anyway, why do we make small talk? And when do we make small talk? Any answers? So Sky says to ease tension. Very good. So I think someone else earlier said icebreaker. So yeah, kind of to start conversation, to make a situation less tense, maybe before an interview or something like that. As Amber just said, yes, icebreaking. 123 says to get to meet new people. Very good. Bagdalet says to get some information. Yeah, definitely. So you might have small talk with people at a shop or maybe at a bus station in order to get some information as well. But yeah, I think a reason that we make small talk is just usually to ease tension, to kind of be friendly and make friends, and maybe to lead on to a more serious matter. So for example, in the workplace, in a meeting, you might make small talk before you get started with the more serious discussions. It's kind of like an introduction into the conversation. Okay, how about when? When do we make small talk? I've got some great other answers. SH says, yeah, in the beginning of conversation. Sanju says, because it can make others feel good and more comfortable. Yunji says, getting to know. And Shay says, to make someone's day better, which is a lovely answer, Shay. I like that one. But yes, now when do we make small talk? So what kind of situations do you think are common for small talk to occur in? I've already given some examples in today's discussion, but there are plenty of examples. Over the Moon says, to lift the atmosphere in an awkward situation. Sky says before a big discussion or after it. Very good. Amber says before we start talking on Zoom. Yes. So usually before any lesson or meeting or anything like that, we'll engage in a little bit of small talk. Bagdalet says when we get into a new place. Very good. Such as a university or school. Excellent. But yeah, so people often make small talk when they are waiting for something to happen. So maybe at a bus stop or in a queue. It's also common to make small talk when you first meet someone on a specific day. And some locations it can take place are, like I said, bus stops, queues, waiting rooms, staff rooms, meetings, conferences, maybe at a party if you're just meeting someone, in the gym, all these, everywhere and anywhere. But Sanju says when we meet someone for the first time, and Alphabet says, yeah, when we meet new people. Well done, guys. Very good. So, dialogue. We're back with Charlie and Eloise again in today's dialogue. They keep popping up. I am going to read the dialogue. And I want you guys to identify words and phrases for making small talk. So that's the first thing I want you to do, is to tell me what are the words and phrases for making small talk. Then number 2, I want you to tell me what situation do you think this could be? And 3, how do Charlie and Eloise know each other, or how well do Charlie and Eloise know each other? So 3 questions for you there. And I'm going to read the dialogue twice, and I want you to put your answers in the chat box window. So, hello, long time no see. Hey, how are you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Ah, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. So, I'm just going to read that out again. Hello, long time no see. Hey, how are you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. So, what words and phrases can you identify for making small talk? And what situation could this be? And how do Charlie and Eloise know each other? So we have some answers. We have Sky says, how are you doing? How are the kids? Are you guys going anywhere? Overmoon thinks it's kids summer holiday. Bagdalet says, hello, long time no see. How are you doing? How are the kids? Are you guys going anywhere? And says perhaps they are close friends. And Versith thinks that they're neighbours. Very good. 123 says long time no see and all the questions. Amber thinks maybe they're parents at their children's school. Very good guesses, guys. Well done. Let's take a look. So here is the dialogue. I didn't include hey and hello, but I suppose those could be included. So yeah, it was hey, hello, long time no see, how are you doing, how are the kids, are you guys going anywhere, and also I'll see you around, as that's a good way of saying goodbye. So yeah, well done everyone. Really good guesses. And also in terms of their relationship, I think any of the ones you guessed could be correct. I had in mind that they were neighbours, because they like knew each other and they were friendly, but it wasn't that deep of a conversation. But and you don't see your neighbours that often in the UK anyway, because we're not that friendly with our neighbours usually. Well, maybe that's just me. Anyway, but also Amber's guess of being parents at the same school was a really good one. I don't think they'd be close friends, but maybe they're kind of like distant acquaintances. But yes. Okay. Nice. All right, let's move on. Now, let's take a look at some useful expressions. So I'm just going to go through 10 useful expressions for you guys to use and explain when you can use them. So the first one is, nice day, isn't it? I'm going to repeat that again. Nice day, isn't it? So this is a great phrase that you can use when the weather is looking nice. Maybe it's a sunny day and you want to initiate small talk. You can just kind of walk up to someone, or say you're standing in a queue and you can just say to them, nice day, isn't it? And that is a good way to initiate a conversation that will probably be about the weather. So yeah, it is a greeting. The next one is long time no see, which you saw in the dialogue. And this is a greeting that you can use when you see someone that you haven't seen in a long time. And it's very informal and friendly. And so that is a good one to use as a greeting as well. Next are a couple of questions you can use in small talk. So we have, how's it going? Which is a very similar phrase to how are you? So you're just asking about, in general, how the person is doing, how they're feeling. And they're probably just going to respond with, yeah, I'm all right. Another good question is, how are the kids? So this is a good question to use when you know someone's family. So it might be good to use with a work colleague if you know that they have children, or like say you're talking to other parents that your child goes to school with their child, if that makes sense. So like Amber was saying, if you're both parents of children that go to the same school, this could be a good question to ask them, or your neighbour if you know they have children, or a relative. But yeah, you have to know that they have children, of course, or else that would make no sense. Next one is what's new? So these are all some more questions that you can do to initiate more small talk. So we've got what's new, so that's asking how someone has been recently, what activities have they done, that kind of thing. So this is a very specific one, but it's very good, especially for this time of year, because the Euros are on. But did you watch the game last night? So this is a great way to initiate a conversation about sports or a particular game if you wanted to. So if you wanted to talk to a British person about British football, this could be a good way to initiate that conversation. Another one, this one I included, but I find it quite funny because it's quite old-fashioned, but I like it. Still keeping busy. I don't know how much we use this anymore, but it's to ask someone, again, how they've been recently, what have they been up to. But yeah, maybe that one's a bit outdated. Any big plans for the weekend is a good one. So to ask someone what they're doing at the weekend. Another very common topic of conversation on a Friday. So I'm going to ask you guys, and you can let me know in the comments, do you have any big plans for the weekend? And the final ones are two nice, casual and friendly ways to say goodbye. And we've got see you around and nice to catch up. So see you around is a very cool, casual way of saying goodbye. And nice to catch up is a friendly way of saying goodbye. So yes, any questions? So Shay has asked, is it weird to pronounce it like in it as a non-native speaker? I don't think I would say nice day in it. So when we use the phrase in it, as in INIT, we usually use it, well, I usually use it not as a shortened version of isn't it, but rather as just a term for agreement. So I will only say in it in response to something someone has said that I agree with. So I wouldn't say nice day in it. I would say nice day, isn't it? Or it's a nice day, something like that. Good question though, Shay. But as a non-native speaker, depending on your accent, using slang phrases like in it can sometimes sound like you're making fun of people. So I would be a little bit careful with that one. Foodie, yeah. Hi, Foodie. I haven't heard from you in ages. They say, oi, long time no see, mate. It's true, long time no see. How have you been, Foodie? I hope you're well. Sky said, what's up? That's a very good one as well. And Sky says that in Korea, we used to ask whether you've had a meal or not. Yes, I've heard of this. I think at Britcent, we did a Zoom quiz back in lockdown 1, and I think we had to guess certain things about Korean culture. It was me and the admin team and the other tutors. And it came up that instead of saying, how are you in Korea, you ask whether people have eaten. And I quite like that because I like being fed. So... So Sky says it's because Korea was one of the poorest countries, so it was important to have had a meal. So it shows that you care about someone. I think that's really lovely. 123 says, did you watch England, Flora? I know you don't care, but they are good this year. Thank you, 123. I think 123, you're from France, right? And I think you may have had a bad day the other day. Unfortunately, I didn't actually watch the England game, and I really wish I did because I know we won against Germany, which never happens, and that it was a very exciting match, but I didn't have a TV. And in my new apartment, we don't have a TV yet, and I couldn't go out and watch the game because I'm having to self-isolate at the moment. So I didn't get to watch it, and I was very, very sad. But I'm happy that we won. It's coming home. I'm not going to sing it. But yeah, good. Yeah, Foodie, yeah, says bring it home. Exactly. And Foodie, yeah, says, Flora, have you had lunch? And I actually haven't had lunch yet. So that is why we'll be doing straight away after this live stream is making some lunch. Thank you for asking though. Okay. Excellent. All right, let's move on. Right, now we're going to do some pronunciation practice. So in English, we try and place emphasis on important words in a sentence. This gives our language rhythm and it helps us understand each other better. So which words are stressed in these sentences? So I'm going to read through the dialogue again, and I want you guys to tell me what words am I stressing in these sentences. So I'm just going to give it a go, and I hope that I stress the right words. So, hello. Oh, and also things like hello aren't stressed. So things like hello, good, and yes aren't stressed because it's only a one word in a sentence. So there's nothing to compare it to. So that's not stressed. Okay. All right, I will start. Hello, long time no see. Hey, how are you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. Okay, so what do you guys think? I'm going to read through it again. I'm going to try to do it as naturally as possible. And I want you guys to tell me which words are stressed in these sentences. So, hello, long time no see. Hey, wait, that was totally unnatural. I'm going to start again, sorry. Hello, long time no see. Hey, how are you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. Okay, we've got a few guesses. I'm going to read it out once more before I read the answers. So, and I'm trying to do it naturally. So, hello, long time no see. Hey, how you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. So, we've got some guesses. Lots of people are saying C. And Bagdalet says the kids, anywhere. 123 says C, kids. Bagdalet also says trip, summer holidays, and lovely. 123 says lovely and thanks. So let's take a look. Here we are. So we have hello, long time no see. Long time no see. I think C is stress. I think you guys are right. I think I missed that one. And then we've got hey, how you doing? Really good, thanks. How are the kids? Good. They're looking forward to the summer holidays. Are you guys going anywhere? Yes, we're planning a trip to Italy. Oh, lovely. Well, I'll see you around. So, I don't know if that surprised you guys or not, those answers, but the thing that can be confusing is with questions, because the intonation goes up at the end, it's hard to tell the difference between stress and intonation. So just make sure that when you ask questions, you go up at the end, like, how are you doing? How are the kids? Are you going anywhere? Like that. Okay, cool. All right, let's move on. So I think we'll move on for the gap fill. And oh no, I went too fast. So we're now going to go to the trivia answer and do today's mini quiz. So this is the end of the lesson, and I want to know, what is the answer to this question? What British book series was the best-selling book series in history? I've given it away a little bit, but I think you guys already knew. So what was the best-selling British book series? Any guesses? Anybody? Sky says King James Bible. That's a great guess, but I'm afraid not. It's not King James Bible, but that's a good guess. Sanju got it, as has Bagdalet. Well done, guys. And Shay. And I gave it away anyway, but yes, the answer is Harry Potter. Well done, everyone. Good job. No, Amber said that she saw. Damn it. Okay, now is time for today's mini quiz. So I hope you're all ready. So today's mini quiz, I've just got 3 questions for you, and I want you to guess the famous British musician based on these pictures. Are you ready? So, number 1. So here there is, sorry, I forgot I also did an anagram. So the letters at the top is an anagram, and then the pictures are a clue. So who do you think this famous British artist is? Can you tell me their name in the comment section? I think this one's quite easy, so you should be able to get this one. Versith has got it. Well done. Any other guesses? One, two, three's got it. Well done. Anyone else? Any other guesses? Hugh Grant. That is an actor. It is not Hugh Grant. So Varsith and 123 are correct. It is David Bowie. Well done. To Over the Moon as well. So yes, so the answer to this one is David Bowie, one of my favourites. All right, number 2. This one you should all know. So this is Bathe Steel. And there are 2 little clues for who this could be. So you guys should definitely know who this is. Ah, the person who said Hugh Grant was kidding. Thank goodness. I fell for that one. Okay. Sky says the mini quiz doesn't look mini. It's only 3 questions, so it is a mini quiz. Well done to Solmi. Well done to a user who's got a Korean name, so I can't read it out, but well done. Foodie, yeah, says it's too easy. Sorry, Foodie. But what's the answer then? Bagdalet's got it. Maybe Purple's got it. As has Sky, Over the Moon, Amber, and Foodie. Well done. It is, of course, the Beatles. Who else? All right. Are we ready for the final question? This one's tricky. So you guys were just complaining that it's way too easy. And this one, I think, will be quite hard. So the anagram is lice sprigs. And the picture is on the left. Yeah. On the left is some spices and then a chili. So they're kind of related to the same thing. So what do we think it is? Oh my God, well done. Varsith has got it. Well, I'm actually really surprised. I thought this one was really hard. Wow. Congratulations, Varsith. Has anyone else got any guesses before I reveal the answer? So I think this one was quite challenging. Bagdalet's got it. Foodie, yeah's got it. Okay, well done, guys. It is the Spice Girls. Very good. Okay, well done, everyone. 1, 2, 3 says Springsteen. Haha. Good one. So that is everything for today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Slowly making myself big enough. Yay, there we go. Yes, thank you guys so much for joining me for another live English lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learn lots of useful phrases that you can use the next time that you need to make small talk with anyone. And yeah. Varsith says that the reason they got that so quickly is because they're a fan of Victoria Beckham. Nice. All right. Well, I hope that you'll all join me again next Friday for another live English lesson. As per usual, there's going to be a poll in our community section of our YouTube channel with 3 more topics for you guys to choose from. And if you can all go and vote for what topic you would like to hear about, I would really appreciate it. And yes, if you can give this lesson a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel so that you never miss out on any of our content, including my lessons. And remember to turn the bell icon notification on as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. You all did so well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Bye.